Hi guys, it's Stephen here from Share Navigator, and this is your trade update on the US 500. We're also going to talk about XSP and SPY. So we've closed out of our trade. We've made 2.3% in, I think it was 18 days on this particular trade. And again, just want to highlight the beauty of the strategy. We basically sold an insurance policy in the S&P 500. We suggested that it wasn't going to go below this level. Now, early today, the futures were down about 1% at one stage, so you could actually see down here it was looking bad at one stage, and that was because of over the weekend the threats from both sides, from Donald Trump and from Iran, about hitting energy infrastructure, and that's why the futures were down. Bond yields as well in the US started to spiral upwards, and then of course Donald Trump came out with an announcement that they weren't going to bomb Iran's energy, and suggested that there was talks. So there was some positive commentary between themselves and Tehran over the weekend. And then the futures rebounded and were up 2.5% at one stage. They pulled in a little bit, but we managed to get out of our trade. So that's what's been going on. Again, a high probability trade, folks. And remember, since we put that trade on, the market has done this and we've still made a profit by placing these high probability trades. I can't stress that enough. Using the volatility to your advantage is very, very, very important and successful. So just showing you here, you can see we made €228 on the trade. Remember, this is just a 10k account we're demoing this on. So that's a 2.3% return, let's call it, in an 18-day period. So for this month alone, actually, we're closer to 4%. And our strategy right now, this US 500 challenge, we're only 3 months into the year. Our target return for the year was 30%. We're actually at 9.2% now already. And we're not even finished with March yet. So we're way ahead of our target. We're probably zooming in on the 40% range at this moment in time. So just wanted to give you the heads up. So this is the IG, beneficial for people trading in the UK and Ireland because these gains are tax-free. Now moving over to whether you did it through SPY or XSP and interactive brokers, obviously the US markets haven't opened yet. When they do open, this trade will go into profit. You can see we're up 1.7% on it at the moment. So we've an order in on this trade, the XSP one, to close that trade down when the premium gets to 75. You can see it there. So that's an automatic order. We're not going to change that. So that might get filled today and it may not. It just because the other trade with IG is trading 24.5 and the market was up 2.5% at one stage after the announcement, that's how we got out so quickly. Whereas at the moment, the market is up. It's only up 1.5% now. And that's the reason why the gains at this moment in time aren't as good as this. But I would still leave that trade on. And if we get filled as 0.75, that would be about just over a 2% return on this trade as well, a 2.2% return on this trade. So we're going to leave that in play, leave the limit price on at 0.75 to close out the particular trade. And at SPY, it'll be the same rationale, guys. You use 75% of max profit and walk away. So again, we're doing well on this particular trade again. So just want to highlight again, folks, think about the volatility we've gone through in the last couple of weeks, and how we've used that to our advantage, and how we always had this wiggle room for things to go wrong. The trade wasn't profitable all the time. We documented it every day, as you can see through the trade timeline when you go through it. But what we did say was that 6,300 for us was the spot where we would say we would roll out and down, and we never really got near that. And even today, at its worst case, we still had a 5% buffer on the S&P to go lower between now and expiry, which was next Tuesday. So a very successful trade, and showing you how we benefited. Even with the market falling, we still won on the trade. That is the benefit and the beauty of this strategy. So if you have any questions of this at all, folks, please don't hesitate to send me a WhatsApp or message us through the website sharenavigator.ie. Thanks and bye for now.